All right, hey, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, we give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Hakadosh. I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostle, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hope of the elect on the corner, listening to truth and sincerity. All right, that great song, this your brother Nabah. This comes with a lesson, the spirit of power of Yahweh, Bashim, Shai. All right, basically going into the famine. All right, the famine of what? Bread and water, as we see prophecy being manifest, all right, before our eyes, man, as the prophets, all right, of Yahweh Shema Shai continue to go out week in, week out, in season, out of season, man. All right, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which ought to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. All right, and this is one of the events, all right, that we all waiting on, all right, known as a famine. All right, but in that day, all right, the elect and 1/3 of the men, women, and children gonna be taken care of, man. But it's all through faith, because that's another trial of your faith. They're gonna be tested. All right, going into that charagma, because that charagma is only you can only buy and sell with it. All right, but here it is, our faith. All right, is what gonna be in how about Shema Shah, the way we're gonna eat, the way we're gonna survive. The things in this life that we hold dear. The Lord gonna give it to us, man. But we gotta continue to hold fast with what we have, man. And that's the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding. All right, and with what? With faith. Because this food shortage is gonna be a problem. That we're gonna cause a lot of riots. They're gonna cause Second Ezra the 15th chapter. All right, as what men drawing near one another with swords. All right, ramshacking people houses for the lack of bread, the lack of water, the lack of resources. All right, but if a nigga can't eat, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that Jake don't want to go without eating. Jake will do anything. And like in the world, Jake say, man, I do anything to feed my kids. That's why you got niggas, gang banging, selling drugs. You got women on the street corners selling their bodies without that. Why? Because they have to eat. So imagine when the so-called white man put the clamps, on the society, as we seeing the lack of water, the lack of bread, the lack of meat, vegetables, fruits. We seeing it now, but just imagine when he put a hold on it. All right, how people gonna be acting, how severe it's gonna be. You having food in your possession. So Lord willing, y'all brother sister be edified. While I lay the law down, because it's become to some terrible times, man. As it says, surely perilous time shall come. All right, so here go an article that I had looked up. It said, "Eat this, not that." All right, as you see, it's seek it's like the receipt for a summer of fun may be missing a few ingredients this year, right? And it says, as we head into the warmer months, we are to see food shortages. All right, it's not by coincidence. All right, it's design. It's Esau design. But it's all the Heavenly Father using him. Systematic design of a food shortage. You got Bill Gates, all right, trying to buy all the farmlands up. It's magically farms being set on fire. Where they produce the food. All right, and these warehouses is being set on fire. Like all of a sudden, you know. But guess what? Hey, it's coming to a food shortage, man. You know, and it says spilling over from 2022, right? And it said at this time, at the same time, a few new ones have sneakily popped up. You see that? Sneakily. How so sneakily popped up? Making consumers wonder if higher prices and gaps on store shelves should just be accepted as the new reality. You see that? All right, and let you know that the food gonna go up just like the gas gonna everything gonna go up. It's gonna be hard for Jake, all right, to buy food. That's why men's gonna become lovers of themselves, basically as my family. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a part of this family, you're not gonna eat. That's why it's gonna be a dog eat dog world, man. All right, as Esau continued to come down, having great wrath, no, he had no but a short time. But it's all the program of Yahweh Shema Shah, because those would not hearken and listen to the prophets, they will suffer this. You see, they will have to go through this, man. You know, and this is one thing that you don't want to have to go through. The Bible speaks about, which I'm gonna get in Lamentation. It speaks about it's better you to die by the sword than to die by famine. You know, it's better you to get killed, man, slain, harmed, all right, than to let your inside eat your own body up, man. So, hey, Jacob trouble, man. It ain't gonna be a easy walk. That's why my favorite saying, proper preparation prevent poor performance along with faith, because this is the time now that we gotta prep ourselves, man. All right, we gotta properly prep ourselves. How do we properly prep ourselves? By taking heed to the word. You know, that's how we properly prep ourselves to prevent, all right, a poor performance, man. Because we don't want to give up. You know, we don't want to denounce the Lord, man. You know, we want to be like Yahweh Shai and say it is finished. You know, we ran our course, man. You know, but guess what? Famine, all right, play a big part, man. All right, the family gonna play a big part. All right. Then you read down, right? It says, if you ask world food program, the answer would be yes, unless drastic change are made. It ain't gonna be no drastic change made. It's only gonna get worse, because this is the plan of the so-called white man to heap all nations to himself. You see that? That's why they say he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. And this is one of his tactics. This is one of his tactics he's gonna use as he clamp down on the food and the water. All right, resources. You know, so I'm gonna get into it with these precepts, man. Let me get a second address. Nah, nigga. All right, this is second address. All right, but that's why the Lord told us this, man. You know, second address 15 and 1. All right, and it says, "Behold, in the ears of my people, the words of prophecy." You see that? The words of prophecy, because prophecy means what? To say before, speak before happening. All right, as the Lord have revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. See, the secret goes back to prophecy, man, because here it is. The Lord have given us the insight on future events. All right, that's near to come and soon to come. But we was commanded to go out on the highways and the hedges and what, to warn our people of these things, for they can get their act together, you know, as getting their shit together. You know what I'm saying? But they can get their house in order. You see? So the Lord said, "Behold, speak down the ears of my people." And who is the Lord's people? Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Spanish. All right, them the Lord's chosen people. It said, "Which I will put in their mouth," said the Lord. All right, and it shall and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You see that? For they are what? They are faithful and true. So who gives a fuck you don't believe? All right, but you better know that vision was set for an appointed time. All right, it's one of the visions that was set. Famine. All right, because here it is. When you go into Romans, real quick. When you go into Romans 3:3, all right, it lets you know. So you can't be sugarcoating, you know, trimming your ways to seek love. No, you gotta tell a nigga straight up, this what it is, and then they don't accept it. Then you dust your feet off, you keep on moving, but you got the blood off your hands, because this what's coming. You know, Jay think it's a game, but it says, but what if some don't believe, did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? So since JoJo don't care or Shamika don't care, you think the Lord gonna stop prophecy? You think the famine ain't coming because they don't believe? No. It said for the most, he said for the Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, as his words are faithful and true, but every man a liar. All right. So everyone that don't believe and got something else to say besides what's written, they a liar. And it said, and it is written, right? As it is written, thou shalt that thou mayest be justified in thy sayings. Who gonna be justified in the saying? Those that went according to the scriptures. All right, the elect, the prophets, they're gonna be justified in their sayings. Why? Because what they speaking or what they have spoken, you're gonna see it what manifest. You're gonna see it come to pass, man. All right. And it said, and may is overcome when they are judged. All right. So let's go back into second address. See, Jay think it's a game, because you still get food stamps right now. You know what I'm saying? You still got a pocket full of money. You can go to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want to do right now. But wait till time come, man. That vision is going to speak. All right? So let's get back. Now I'm going to go to second address 16. Yeah, let's go to second address 16 and 20. It's like it. This second address 16, and I'm going to start at 20. All right. And it says, I don't know why the jump trying to act slow and shit. But it says, second address 16 and 20. It says, I'm start at 18, 17. It said, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? All right, because Ezra seen, all right, Jacob's trouble, man. He said, damn, who gonna deliver me in those days, man? As he's seeing the violence, he's seeing the uproars, man. He's seeing the devastation of our people. He like, shit, who gonna deliver me? And it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. All right. It said the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil, and what shall I do when these evil come? You see what the beginning? See, this is the beginning stage, man, and it's all gonna get worse as when they bring the second lockdown. That first lockdown, you see what was going on. You didn't have no tissue. You was able to buy 2 cases of water per person. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine when this lockdown come, how many cases of water you're gonna be able to get. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be the first one in the store. It's finna go down, man. The Lord finna turn this place up, man. All right? Because this is the time of the great and dreadful day that's fast approaching. And it says, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment. You see that? But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scorn. So we're going to have, 2/3 of our people, they're going to turn up even worse. Because their mindset is they got to what? They got to feed their family. They got to feed themselves. You got Esau in the same mindset. So it's going to be all out war. That's why you're going to have race wars and class wars. You're going to have war within your mind, because of what? The lack of bread and water. You had that commercial. you had that sneaker commercial. That sneaker commercial said you not yourself because you're hungry. Get a sneaker. A lot of people ain't going to be themselves because they're going to be starving like Marvin, man. And that's what's going to force Jake to go take the Caragma because they can't eat. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. The Lord have given us understanding for those that have an ear to hear and the eyes to see. When you go into Isaiah 65. So you got to be able to understand and believe. All right? Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Let me grab that. See, the Lord code, he cover all aspects. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into that real quick. Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 65. Then, like it say in Romans, where the Son don't believe, you don't believe the Most High gonna take care of you in that day, then that's on you. But I believe. I believe. This is Isaiah 65:13. Come on, man, with all that. Slow ass shit. All right, this is Isaiah 65:13. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Who the ones that gonna be hungry? All right, those that didn't listen, those that didn't have faith, those that didn't make their body live a sacrifice. They're the ones that gonna be hungry, but who gonna eat? His servants. All right, those that did the will. All right, they're the ones that gonna eat, man. Going to the elect in the 1/3. All right, and it said, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. See, a lot of people gonna be ashamed, man, because they had a chance, but what? They fumble. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that woulda, coulda, shoulda nigga, man. All right, so it's best to take heed and get it while the getting is good, because it's good to get it now. Because this safe haven right here, man. All right, as we continue to rehearse the righteous acts, this safe haven, this brings favor in the Lord's sight, man. As in that day, when time do come, trouble do happen, we preserve, we scrape. He our shield. He gonna protect us. But if you ain't doing the work, and you ain't doing what please him, then you're gonna follow the category of being hungry and thirsty. You see? You don't want to follow in that category, man. But in that day, though, as family gonna come, guess what? The elect gonna be straight, man. All right, the elect gonna be straight. You see? And then plenty of accounts. All right, when you deal with Elijah, all right, as he listened to the Spirit, he went into the wilderness and into the brook. All right, and the raven had fed him because he listened to the Spirit. All right, he went out faith. Daniel's in the lion's den. All right, he said, "My God, you have not forsaken me." Meaning his power, which is Yahweh, man. Our power not gonna forsake us in that day, man. So, but you have to believe that. All right, that you're gonna eat when everybody else starving like Marvin, and you ain't gonna be eating no full course meal, But the Lord gonna give us our daily bread, man. All right, that's what you're gonna have to understand. He gonna give us our daily bread. All right, that's why he, tell us to fast now. The Lord giving us that mindset to fast, so we ain't gonna be eating. You don't know how the Lord gonna provide food for us and water and drinks and stuff like that for us. But it's better to prep yourself now. So in the time you might not eat for 2 days. But we're gonna be full of the Spirit. Because man should not live by bread alone, by what? Every word. All right. So in that time, we're gonna be in the Spirit, man. We're gonna have to maintain the Spirit. And those that the Lord bless us with to be with us, they're gonna have to be in the Spirit too. Because it's coming. All right, family coming. So let me get this Luke. Let me get this Luke 12. Don't think it's not. All right, Luke 12. It start at 20. I might start at 22. And let me know if it ain't freezing or anything. Let me know if it's going good. And I'm just rolling in the Spirit. All right, this is Luke 12 and 23. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. All right. Now check this out. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. All right. If I'm in the right one, but that's beautiful too, though. But let me see if I'm in the right one. Hold on. I'm in Luke 12. Let's see if that's the right one. Salaki. I'm not sure that's the right one. Salagi. Yeah, Luke 12 and 24. I know, man. It's gonna be tripping. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know what they giving me. This some bullshit, dude, because this ain't it. Let's see. Yeah, see, I knew it. Salaki, this is my damn computer. Salaki. But this Luke 12 and 24. And it says, well, I started 23. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the raven. Meaning we going to the birds, all right? Well, they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouses nor barns, and the Most High feedeth them. All right, when you look at a bird as they fly, they don't work, they don't do nothing, but what the Lord still feed them, right? And it said, how much more are ye better than the flower? So how much more better, all right, those that make their body living sacrifice, those that have changed their ways, how much more you, all right, servants of the Lord. So you think the Lord ain't going to feed you, and here it is. He's saying, consider the raven, consider the birds, man. All right? How much more are ye better than the birds? And it said, in which of you with taking thought can add to his stature 1 cubit. All right? So the Lord got us, man. But you got to have faith. You got to believe. All right? At the end of the day, you got to believe the Lord got you in a time of famine. But if not, then your ass gonna go marching down, all right, to Egypt for help. And they're gonna cause you to what? Be put to death, man. So you want to rely on the spirit, and you want to rely on your high by Shema Shah, man. That's why I said patient possess your souls. So in this walk of life, we gotta learn how to be patient, sit and wait, and then the Lord come through. But you got that Esau mindset, as when he sold his birthright, he couldn't wait. That restaurant, that drive-through, that microwave mindset, then your ass gonna fail. You gonna give in. And you know the penalty of taking that charisma? Shit, that shit poured out without mixture. Remember, fire. All right, fire, man. So let me get this Psalms. I don't know why that motherfucker going so slow, but it's all good though. Give me this Psalms 107 and 34. So you gotta consider these things, man. All right, before it take place. You know what I'm saying? You know how you gotta prep yourself up before you go to work. You gotta prep yourself up before you go home. You gotta get your mind together. Before you do certain things. Well, this is one of them. Before that great and dreadful day come, all right, you gotta prep yourself in the mind. This what I'm gonna do. Through the spirit, Lord, will just have mercy on me and give me the spirit to endure. All right, because it's coming. It ain't like it ain't coming. It's coming. All right. And it says, he turned rivers into a wilderness and the water springs into dry ground. See, this was coming, man. As it said, he going to make the storehouse empty. You see, it says he turned the wilderness into a standing waters. And I said, like a fruitful land into bitterness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. You see that? Because America is known as their golden cup. All right? Their fruitful land. But he said he going to turn this land to wet bitterness, man. For the wickedness of them that dwell therein. And we understand the wickedness of our people. And what? Esau, Edom too. All right? But it meant for our people, man. All right? The Lord said he going to turn the wilderness into a standing water and a dry ground into a water spring, basically going to the elect, man. But there's ultimate the kingdom of heaven, how you going to turn it, all right, that wilderness, all right, to a standing waters, all right? And it says, and there he maketh the hunger to dwell, that they may prepare a city for habitation. And the soil, the field, and the plant vineyard was made yield fruit and increase. And they're going into the kingdom of heaven. But on this side, the Lord going to turn what? The river into a wilderness, man. All right, and the water spring into what? A dry ground. We seen that when you deal with which is prophecy was fulfilled a couple months ago, as he dried up dried one of the rivers up overseas. You know, it ain't clicking in my mind yet, but Euphrates River. All right, the Lord dried it up. I think like a year ago, a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but just imagine when that famine, all right, hit the shores of America. You know, well let me get the lamentation, because when you're going into 2nd Ezra 15, the 20th verse, when it speaks about their houses shall be destroyed, all right, for the lack of food, and they spoils. It says this right here, Lamentations 4:9. It says, they that be slain by the sword, all right, are better than they that be slain with hunger. You see that? They that be slain by the sword. So in that day to come, you'll rather die, all right, by a gun or actually a sword, you know, being choked to death, whatever. But it's better, whatever how you die, than die by famine, man. Die by hunger. All right? For the pines away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. You see? So just imagine, all right, how Jacob trouble gonna be when it said that you'd rather die by the sword than die by hunger. You know, we ain't never experienced that in Babylon the Great. Even though we come from, you know, certain people come from a low-come in-house, you know what I'm saying? And some come from the gutter, you know, eating ramen noodles and peanut butter jelly sandwich and starving for a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't going to be nothing like the time to come. You see that? Had to go steal from the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, just to feed your family and shit like that. No, it's going to be worse than that, man. As time progresses. All right, and Esau putting the clamps on the society for you to have a choice to make, either charagma, all right, or rely on faith. You see, that's the choices that we're gonna have to be put in, man. All right, the charagma or relying on faith in Yahweh Shema Shah that you're gonna be taken care of. You know. Yeah, and the Lord already numbered it. That's why it said, give diligence to make that calling and election sure, because he already numbered those from death to the slaughter and to famine. You know, so we gotta continue in the spirit to not be one of those, because the Lord already numbered. But let me grab it. This Jeremiah 15:2. Now check this out. That's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. It says Jeremiah 15:2. It said, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said the Lord. You see that? So we can't do nothing but tell you what the Lord said. All right? As he revealed his secrets to serve the prophets, and what? The Lord commands to go out on the highways and the hedges. All right? And go out and spare not. Live by boast of like the trouble to show our people that transgress. All right? In the house of Jacob, their sin. So what said? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said the Lord. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah. Such as are for death to death. Such are for the sword to the sword, and such are for the famine to famine, and such are for the captivity to the captivity. You see? So it's already a number of your destiny. You know, that's why I say it's predestined. Your judgment already predestined. All right? You just don't want to fall in their hands of death, famine, or the sword of captivity. You want to follow in the good grace of Yahweh Shema Shai and be preserved, all right, from them sad perils, man. You want to be kind of worthy to escape, all right, the trouble, the trials, and the tribulation. You know, you want to come out on top, man. You don't want to be a victim to that. You see? So let me go on to this other giant. And I'm just going to the meat, as they say, the shortest in 2020, going to 2024. It said the 2023. As it said, lemons, right? Then you got beef, lettuce, beer, champagne, oranges, cooking oil, butter, corn, eggs, all this shit high as hell right now. You know, tomatoes, bread. One of the most important things, bread, because you can live off bread alone. You know, bread and what? Olive oil. See, all this becoming a shortage. You see that? But it's gonna get worse than that. You know, it just said, you know, it's in the top 13 shortage to expect. You know, and it's just inkling. This is a small portion of what the Lord gonna do as he used Esau Edom to bring the hammer down upon the people, man. All right. And let me end it on this Job real quick. This Job, because you gotta believe this, man. You don't believe this, man, boy, you're gonna have a hard time. You know, and then the scripture speaks about some shall seek death and shall not find it. So you thinking that you're gonna get take the easy route out and commit suicide, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming, thinking you're gonna commit suicide. You think you're gonna take yourself out, you're gonna jump off top of a bridge and shit and end your life because you can't eat, you can't provide for your family. You got another thing coming. All right. You remember you fucking with the ultimate power, Yahweh, man. You know? So here it is. You gotta believe this, man. You gotta go out faith. This is Job 5:19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 trouble. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So what do that remind you of? All right, you want to bring a precept up. Psalm the 91 chapter. All right. Psalm the 91 chapter, man. All right, he said, in the 7 there shall no evil touch thee. All right, and check it out. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. You see that? In famine the Lord gonna redeem us, man. The Lord got us. He said his servant shall eat. You know, his servant shall drink. Those that doing the will, those that doing what please the Lord, they're gonna be all right. It's for those that didn't hearken to the voice of the Lord. The other niggas, they're gonna be fucked up out here, man. You know? But it said, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You see that? Thou shalt be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. See that? So the Lord gonna have us, he gonna give us this sound mind. And this sound mind going back to the understanding. All right, that all these things have to happen before the kingdom of heaven come, but we gonna be taken care of. Why? Because we doing what pleased the Lord. We doing what's necessary to be delivered. Unlike 2/3, unlike these false Israelites, man, that been set up by the government to push these false ideologies, man. All right, they gonna be in a world of trouble, and those that believe in them too, they gonna be in a world of trouble too. All right, and it says, at discretion and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You see that? We're gonna laugh. The Lord gonna have us rejoice and laughing. You see? The Lord gonna put us in that mindset, man. But it starts here first. All right, it starts here first, man. You know, believing and acting it out, meaning what? Rehearsing. All right. But Lord willing, you know, y'all brothers and sisters edified. All right, till next time, I want to say shalom. All right, Baba Rob, Rakah Akim, DTA, baby. Up the muscle. And double honors to the elders, the apostles, man.